Choosing plants. Any plant, however large or small, whether intended just for the short term or as a permanent addition, is an investment. By doing a little research before you buy, you can save yourself time and money. To thrive, plants must grow in the best environment possible. A plant for indoor is usually destined for a certain position, whether it be a windowsill, shelf, or table, and the wide range of plants available in the nursery or garden center ensures that there will be a plant to suit almost every situation. The requirements for light, warmth, humidity, and space vary considerably from plant to plant, and it is worth assessing how much of each is available beforehand. Remember that indoors the plant has no resources to call on, so you must provide everything it needs or it will die. Give it the right conditions, however, and it will thrive. What the plant needs. Try to make use of all the different ways in which plants that can be displayed in floor standing containers, on pedestals, on furniture, against a wall, and hanging from the ceiling or a wall bracket. Light. Light is essential to a plant in order for the process of photosynthesis to take place. When the chlorophyll within the leaves reacts with light, it produces sugars and starches which are transported down through the plant. Inadequate levels of light mean that the process slows down and the plant begins to suffer slow growth and a lack of flowers. A prolonged lack of light will result in a pale colored plant, elongated by its search for light, and weak and floppy as a consequence. Temperature. Every plant has an ideal temperature range in which it prefers to grow and a wider one that it can tolerate. Growing in its ideal range, if all other circumstances such as moisture are also adequate, a plant will thrive. It will grow well and happily, producing lush foliage and rich flowers. And the range it can tolerate, growth will be slower, foliage thicker and darker, and flowers smaller or non-existent. Outside this range, the survival of the plant can't be guaranteed. Humidity. The term humidity refers to the amount of water held as vapor in the air. It is measured as a percentage. 0 is totally dry and 100 is so saturated that the vapor is fog or steam. The amount held varies according to the temperature because warm air can hold more moisture than cold. All indoor plants, even cacti, need a humidity level between 40 and 60% because that level affects the amount of water the plant loses through the process of transpiration. The warmer and the drier the conditions, the more water the plant loses through the leaves. This is especially true when the leaves are thin and papery, although even thick, leathery leaves can suffer in very dry conditions. If the water is not quickly replaced by the roots, the result will be brown tips and edges on the leaves where the cells have died. How to improve humidity? Raising the humidity means increasing the amount of water contained in the air. You can do this by using a fine misting spray around the plant at least once a day and more often if the temperature is high, and by standing individual parts on saucers of pebbles or gravel. By filling the saucer with water, you can let the plant take up what it needs and the rest can evaporate around the leaves. You can also place the terracotta part of a plant such as azalea, which prefers cool, moist root conditions, inside a larger container with a layer of moist sphagnum moss between the two parts so that the moisture from the moss will evaporate. Checklist. During the growing season, most indoor plants need a temperature between 60 to 71 Fahrenheit degrees or 15 to 21 Celsius degrees. Those from less tropical regions need a cooler site at 50 to 60 Fahrenheit degrees or 10 to 15 Celsius degrees. Young plants and seedlings will grow better in a constant warm temperature between 65 to 71 Fahrenheit degrees or 18 to 21 Celsius degrees and away from direct sun. Do not site plants directly over sources of heat such as radiators. Keep sensitive plants away from drafty windows and doors. Allow plants to have their winter rest period in cooler conditions. In winter, plants on the windowsill may get chilled once the curtains are drawn because the temperature near the glass is several degrees lower than inside the room. A shaded windowsill facing the sun in summer will be too hard for most leafy plants and even some succulents. Danger signs. Low humidity. Flower buds fail to develop or fall off. Flowers wither soon after opening. Brown edges or tips on leaves. Plant begins to wilt. High humidity. Gray mold on leaves and or flowers. Patches of rot on plants, such as desert cacti, which prefer less humidity. Soft, sappy growth. Fact. The fact about Boston fern. The Boston fern is not a deep shade lover, but it does well near an east-facing window.